The degrees of growth. I don't know if it really matters at this point. I think what matters is like we have a group of core people who love it and want to love it enough to build it out and continue to build it and get it ready for more and more people. These things take time, especially within open source. It has to be, it's just a lot more deliberate, and it lends itself to a bit of a slower model sometimes. But I think what matters most is like we have people who love what they're building, they love to use it, and eventually that spreads, and we'll see events in the future that will drive people to Nostr. I don't think it will necessarily be around social media. It'll probably be around other apps and other use cases. But any other use case that someone builds benefits every use case on Nostr. I don't think it's about winning. It's just about building. And I think all three have different ideas, and I hope that the ideas spread that are good. And I think having more experiments out there is generally inspiring. And one of them will take, or multiple will take, and I think even if something doesn't succeed, if it teaches, then it's valuable. And I think all three will teach in some way. I mean, I think Nostr provides a layer, a fundamental layer that apps like Cash App can use to expand their reach, expand who they can serve as customers. And I think both can benefit one another. I think Cash App can bring people to Nostr that wouldn't otherwise have experienced Nostr, and vice versa. But it's a matter of time and making sure that there is value there, and there's something that makes sense from a customer perspective. Right now it doesn't as much, but I have no doubt that it will. Well, it does right now with the public key pair and being able to log in to any one of these apps and take effectively all your data with you. So I think the model exists. Web 5 looks to structure it a lot more. But again, I don't think these necessarily compete, and I think both are going to have good ideas, and hopefully that they're recognized as such and they're copied or they're utilized. I think that's really all that matters to me. Is like the best ideas are copied and used, and people benefit ultimately from it because it benefits everything else we do over time. Truly open AI, open source models for AI, both everything of the data sources to learning to the large language models, like all these things need an open source path. We don't want it to be controlled by any one particular company or just multiple companies. So that's that I think will be a bigger focus over time. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get some lunch.